good evening. Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. First and foremost, I hope you had a lovely Diwali. On behalf of Team Girls Buzz, I wish that you have a beautiful time with your friends and family and enjoy the weekend. Before I start the session, I'd like to talk about a couple of contests that are happening on our page. One is a caption contest wherein all you have to do is caption a picture that we've shared. All the details for the contest are there on our page, so please check it out. And if you win here, you can win an Amazon voucher, and I think the deadline for this is 12th November. The other giveaway that's happening is in collaboration with Clutch Hut, wherein you stand to win two amazing clutches. Again, the rules are pretty simple and they've all been put up on our page, so please check it out and share it with your friends and family, and stand a chance to win some amazing goodies for yourself. Coming to today's session we're going to be talking everything you need to know about business and entrepreneurship with Madhul Chaudhary. She's the founder of Leal Cosmetics. In case you don't know about Leal is a skincare brand that aims to craft a luxurious experience by offering clean, plant-based, and cruelty-free products. Not only are we going to get to know about Madhul, but we're also going to get to know a lot more about Leal Cosmetics, how she started it, how she runs her business, the challenges she faces on an everyday basis, her business strategies, goals, and a lot more. So, in case you're like budding entrepreneur, or want to know what is it that takes to run a business, then we're sure that you're gonna learn a lot in this session. So, I'm just gonna quickly let Madhul in.
Hi.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good, good. How are you? Wish you a very happy new year and happy Diwali.
Thank you so much. Wish you the same. We're super excited to be doing this with you. And yeah, thank you for joining in.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here today.
Absolutely. So I have a bunch of questions with me, and I'm gonna, shoot them at you. And I'm sure the audience is gonna learn a lot from this session and take away really insightful tips, from you because you've experienced running a business hands-on. And guys, if you have any questions for Madhul, please put them in the question section or the comment section below, and she'll be happy to answer them for you. So Madhul, to start things off, just tell us a bit about yourself, your upbringing, background.
So, I'm the founder of Leal Cosmetics, and I started this business about 9 months ago. Before that, for 3 years, I worked in the finance industry across investment banking and private equity. And apart from that, I'm a big time foodie. I love traveling, and I'm a skincare enthusiast.
That's awesome. So I want to know, like, what's the backstory behind Leal? Like, how did you start it? Like, what led to you starting Leal Cosmetics?
So actually, I get out this question a lot. It actually started with my own skincare troubles. Like I have extremely sensitive skins, and all soaps dry out my skin and strip off its natural oils. And in the lockdown, I resorted to shaving because the parlors were shut. So there weren't any shaving creams available in the market, as well as like the ones that were available were completely out of stock. So I was having a lot of deep cuts and burns as well. So that time I started researching and experimenting, and I came up with these whip soaps. So these whip soaps are extra moisturizing. They can be used for shaving because they're extremely creamy, and they don't have any sulfate, or they're not made from lye, which most soaps are made of. These are made from sodium cocoyl isothianate, which is actually coconut derived, which is a very mild surfactant. Like it's even used in like baby products. So I gave out a lot of samples and people loved it. And at that time, I knew I was onto something.
That's really awesome. So, what is the USP of Leal? If you can tell us.
So, Leal means honest, loyal. So, it's about, redefining your skincare indulgences. Like your skincare, your bathing time is your me time. So, you should not have any compromises or any mundane experiences. So, at Leal, we aim to provide you with a luxurious experience with the highest quality, clean, and plant based ingredients.
All right, that's really awesome. So what are all the products that are on offer at Leal? What's the product range like? If you could tell our audience.
So we have whipped soaps, whipped sugar scrubs, and a newly launched body yogurt. And they're all available at our website, lealcosmetics.com.
Okay. And is there any favorite product that you cannot recommend enough?
I think it definitely be the Northern Lights. That was the first product that I had come up with, and it really like literally transports me to see the Northern Lights. You know, I love the creamy texture of it, and I love the lavender fragrance of it.
That's really nice. So are there any new products or new launches that you're coming up with that our audience should be excited about?
Yeah, so I have two new very exciting products coming up in December. I unfortunately cannot reveal a lot, but one is a face product which has changed my skincare game personally. We've been formulating it for a year. And another product is a lip product which will be launched for the first time in India.
Wow, that sounds super
Yeah.
exciting, and we can't, wait to check what it is. So, guys, please follow Leo Cosmetics because that's how you can stay updated with whatever they're coming up with.
Yeah.
Um, so I am sure that just like me, everyone will be curious to know you have a skincare brand of your own. So, what is your skincare routine like?
So, obviously, apart from using all of Leal's products, I think a sunscreen and a face wash is a must for me. And the face product that I was talking about, I religiously apply that every night.
Okay. So you like to keep your routine super simple and,
Yeah, yeah. I think it's important to keep it simple because when you include a lot of products, you can't keep up with it and then you don't end up following it.
yeah, yeah. And sometime ago it just became very trendy to be doing a 10-step, 8-step process. And I
Yeah,
know like doing it, but there's only so long you can keep up with it. It's not very
yeah, yeah.
sustainable
I think, yeah, the
to be
goal
doing.
is just to keep it simple at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think it's about keeping it simple and doing stuff that works for your skin. Um, so yeah, so what is one skincare product that you cannot live without?
Definitely the whip soaps. I uh, I just love using them. I love the texture, the feel of it, and literally like some days when I'm having a bad day and I use the soaps, it does elevate my mood.
That's really nice. So now let's talk about business. So, has it been easy this whole entrepreneurship journey? How has it been so far for you? Your the whole 9 months of starting Leal and up until this point.
So it's honestly been like a roller coaster ride. There are good days, there are bad days. There have been obviously challenges. Like starting a business from scratch is definitely not easy. So yeah, I just define it as a roller coaster ride.
Okay. So do you have any like secret tips or something to overcome those tough days or overcome challenges? Because I'm sure like this is like a 24/7 job. Like you can't like it's like something that's always running. So how do you cope with times when it just gets really tough?
So I think the key is to keep going. Like I remember when I started Leal, it was Feb, and in April itself, the second lockdown hit, and it was definitely not easy at that point. 2 months into the business and the lockdown and restrictions happening. So I and like a lot of my like the ingredients and the supplies come from Pan India, so at that point it was definitely challenging. I think the good part that I did was that like I was sort of anticipating there to be restrictions and lockdown, so I ordered a lot of ingredients in bulk, which is why we could sustain those months. And I think we were fortunate that we came under the essentials category, so I was able to ship out parcels and all, though it did take a hit at that point, but I was able to. But there were also delays, like something as Bombay, Delhi, which would ideally reach in 2 3 days, was taking up to 2 weeks. So I used to like constantly be on calls with the courier companies to ensure that what they can do to like fast track the delivery at that moment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really nice to hear. I mean, yes, last year was especially tough for everyone and especially small businesses. I mean, it was not easy to run anything with all the restrictions and
Yeah.
Yeah, all the chaos. But when you look, I mean, there are two sides to the coin. Of course, there'll be challenges every day, but I'm sure there are also really lovely, satisfying moments. So, what has been the most satisfying moment in business for you so far?
I think it's definitely getting feedback from my customers, like when they accept the product. Like I remember this one customer told me that her son bathes like 2-3 times a day after using our whip soaps, and someone else told me that it helped them clear like body acne. So I think at the end of the day, this is what keeps us going.
Yeah, I'm sure it must be very satisfying to see, like,
Yeah,
even if your whip soaps and the products are, in somebody's homes or somebody's just even posting about it. I'm sure it
yeah.
must be really lovely. So how have you, planned to grow Lean? Like, what are the marketing initiatives or techniques or strategies that you use? And out of the ones that you use, which do you think have really worked well for you?
So I think one of the most effective one was a pop-up that we had at St. Regis, Mumbai in August. Since it's a new product category, I think the one-on-one interaction with customers really helped, for them to even understand what the product is, and even, where they can see it, smell it, and also to build trust in the brand. Another thing I think that's worked really well, honestly, has been word of mouth. Like people try our products, they really like it, they'll recommend it to their friends and family. And I think that has definitely helped us a lot.
Okay. That's really awesome. So like where do you see do you have like a business strategy or goal for Lean? Like what do you plan to accomplish over the next 1 year?
So over the next 1 year, we plan to launch about 10 more products that we want to launch, and also penetrate further in to tier 1 and tier 2 cities. Like, though we do get orders pan India, but I think we will like penetrate further into those markets.
So how do you like define success? Because for different people it might mean different things. What does success mean to you?
So I think success would definitely be like when my customers are satisfied and happy. I mean, you can have sales, but at the end of the day, if your customers are not happy, you won't be able to sustain your business. So definitely that.
All right. So now coming to a really important topic that I don't think a lot of people discuss about. So is your company like bootstrapped or have you raised any funding? So how are you financing things?
So it's completely bootstrapped. I have put in my own savings into the business. Like that's how much I believe in this business. So yeah, for now it's completely bootstrapped.
Okay. And do you plan to like raise investments for it in the future?
Not in the near future.
Okay. Okay. I'm sure you must have come across a lot of other brands also doing products similar to yours. So how what are your views on competition and other players selling whip soaps and whip products? What is your take on that?
So honestly, I think I view it in a very positive light actually, because as more players are entering and selling whip soaps, it says that there is demand for the product, right? So as more and more players come in, the category is growing as a whole. Like initially it was just bar soaps and body washes, but now whip soap is growing, emerging as a different category. So I take it as a positive light, and I think some healthy competition is good in itself. It pushes you to do better.
That's really nice to hear. Such a positive take on that. Now coming to, I'm sure you might have had your share of failures. Can you remember recall any significant ones, and what have your learnings been from those failures?
So this was in the start when I was, giving out samples before I even started Leal. That time I remember I had made the samples; they looked great, and I had filled it up completely in a jar, and I had shipped it out to the person I was giving it to. And when that person received it, it like become like 1/4 of the size because of the heat and the shipping. So it had like literally squashed into like 1/4 of the size. So that was definitely really demotivating and upsetting. But at that point, I did more research. I changed up the formula, and that solved the issue for that. So yeah, it's yeah.
Okay. So I'm curious to know, like, how big is the team at Leal? Like, do you have people helping you out? What is the structure like?
So currently, it's honestly me doing most of the things, like from marketing to accounts to making the soaps to almost everything. It's me. But yes, in the future, I do plan to expand my team. We do have a few interns that are there, but apart from that, right now it's mostly me, and my family helps out a lot in things. Yeah.
That's really lovely to know. So it is technically like a one-woman show at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So what, according to you, is a non-negotiable when it comes to business?
So I think definitely the quality. Like at no point would I compromise on the quality of our products. Um, in the lockdown itself, like because of supply constraints, a lot of costs increased. But I did not switch to like cheaper alternatives because we are willing to take the loss, like the cut in our profits. But to be able to provide the superior products, there are like a lot of our oils are shipped straight from Himalayas, and to ensure that the most purest, cleanest, and best quality ingredients are put in all our products.
That's really nice. I mean, that you take so much care into what goes into it, because ultimately, the product has to be really nice to, for it to
Yeah,
sell.
yeah, and it's what you're feeding your skin, right, at the end of the day. So it's really important the ingredients that go behind it.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is something that a lot other skincare brands should take away from, because, there are some brands in India, especially because there are not such, strict restrictions in our country, and people don't even, uh, completely disclose the ingredients in it,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a product. And that's something that's really scary, especially when it comes to skincare, because it's your skin at the end of the day. And it's really nice to see, businesses and brands like yours who are so honest and, who take so much care in, bringing the best quality products.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think that's very well said because honestly, on a lot of websites, also, like I would see that only key ingredients are listed. They would not list the full list of ingredients. But it's really important to do that. So at least customers are aware of the products that are there in
absolutely.
that particular product.
Yeah. So do you think that you have also grown as a person after becoming an entrepreneur? Like, has entrepreneurship made you a better person?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it's made me more patient for sure, more persistent as a person. So yeah, definitely it has changed. Like I feel like a year ago I would not anticipate all the things like starting my own business, quitting my job. It was a very big step I took last year. So yes, definitely it has changed me a lot as a person.
And I'm glad that you took that step, because, there's Leo today and we get to, try out your amazing product.
Yeah.
So what, according to you, are some of, the qualities of a good entrepreneur?
So, I think it's really important to be able to adapt to surroundings, like changing environments. Like, especially right now, given COVID, so many offline retailers move to online. People have pivoted business models. So, it's really important to change with changing times, I would say, to, be able to sustain in business. So, I think that would be one of the most important qualities.
And last but not the least, do you have any piece of advice for women who want to become entrepreneurs, or, who really want to start something on their own?
I think just be clear about your vision and what you're clearly trying to do, and be extremely persistent, and just like don't give up. Just keep going at it.
That's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there are a bunch of comments from people. I'm just gonna scroll back and see. Aishwarya says hello. Hi, Aishwarya. Okay, I think someone had asked that. Oh, Ishaka. I don't know. I don't know the handle, but she says love your products.
Yeah, I'm just going through the comments.
Ritu says impressive. Lots of hearts. And someone says can't wait for the new products. Okay, Atit is asking when is Leal launching products for men?
So, our products are actually unisex. They're completely unisex. We would not ever differentiate or just aim at women centric products. So, yeah, it is, they're all for like women and men at the moment, yes.
Okay. So there's a question from Pago India. They're asking which was your personal favorite product to formulate?
Definitely the Northern Lights. I really liked the colorful the colorful colors that are there, and I mean it was inspired by the Northern Lights that is there. So I mean, considering I love traveling so much, that's what was my inspiration in getting that product. So that was definitely my favorite.
That's really nice. Zen says wishing you great luck. Okay, Parth Borkar asks who is your biggest inspiration?
I think my parents, they've been extremely supportive from day one. I mean, they've gone above and beyond to support me in this, considering it was such a big step in itself, but they were extremely supportive. So, yeah, I think my parents have been my biggest inspiration.
That's very sweet. Pago India saying love it too. I think they're referring to the Northern Lights with him. Okay. Guys, if you have any more questions, please drop them down. Okay, Madhul, please do share the handles and where people can follow you as well as Leal, so that they can shop your amazing product.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay. So again, thank you so much for joining on this festive weekend. You made it even better by sharing everything, that you've done hands-on with your business. And I'm sure your story has inspired a lot of women out there to start something on their own. And it's inspired me as well to look into because I've also wanted to start something of my own, and this really talking to you has been really lovely to know how you started Leal, and I'm sure it'll give a lot of courage to women out there to take that first step towards
Yeah, I
their
think you
dreams.
should definitely go for it. You'll do a great job. But thank you so much for having me today. It
Thank
was
you so
good.
much, Madhu, and thank you everyone for joining in and spending your time with us. Again, wishing you a very happy Diwali and have a lovely weekend.
Yeah, wishing everyone a happy Diwali and thank you so much for tuning in today. Means a lot.
Yeah. All right. Bye bye, guys. See you.